My name is Carson Arthur, and as a landscape designer, I've been given this amazing opportunity to provide outdoor makeovers to spaces that really need it, whether it's for a community or just an area that's been neglected.
You know, it'd be nice to have a little more room where they could run, play, and be a little more active on their own.
But this time, I want to do something a little bit different. So I've convinced the Green Forest team to help me give a garden makeover to my very best friend. This is one transformation you do not want to miss, because we're about to do an environmental makeover that's for the dogs.
Our facility is basically a full-service doggy daycare, boarding, grooming facility. We spent a lot of money on the interior to make it what it is today for the dogs, and I also added a little outdoor addition, of which as we grow, is slowly getting smaller.
Inside's great. They've got a giant dog washing machine.
I'm really glad we came in to do this makeover, not just for the dogs and for Rob and for the community, but also because Rob takes in all the overflow dogs from the SPCA. And if any puppy needs a safe space, it's those ones.
This is the entire space that we keep the dogs in.
How many dogs?
Well, we could have anywhere up to 100 dogs at any given day.
And they are out here how long?
Generally, we try and keep them out here for most of the day. You know, it'd be nice to have a little more room for them to run around and play in.
Right, and obviously I can't give them much space here because this is pretty much set.
Yes.
But I do see a lot of area at the back. Now, do you own that as well?
Yes, the original concept was to go all the way back, but with the time and money constraints, I kind of stopped, and this is what I ended up with.
Okay, let's leave the dogs here.
Okay.
Let's go back there. It feels
Okay.
a little safer, and we'll take a look at that space.
Excellent.
So this is the back space that we could build into.
Yes.
And currently, this is where the dog run ends. What do you use this for?
The space is generally used for parking.
Oh, so is this where people pull in to drop their dogs off?
Yeah, they would pull into this area and then get their dog out and come back into the side entrance.
Okay, so parking is going to be very important for your business.
Yes.
When I first walked into that space, I envisioned a really big dog area, but he needs parking in there. It still has to be functional for his customers, which makes this design very unique and also quite challenging. If I was to go through your list, all right, it feels like you need an area for them to run.
Yes.
Okay. Material, you need a good surface material for the dogs for going to the washroom.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's what they do. We need to incorporate probably parking in the space. Is there anything I'm missing?
The only thing I could think of would be something shaded in the back.
Well, I can do that.
That's great,
Perfect.
Carson.
Thank you, sir.
Great.
I'm really looking forward to this project because it's a chance to do something completely unique for four-legged clientele. I'm going to marry the environmental side to the canine culture and social issues that really make up their entire day. Who would have ever thought that designing a space for dogs would be so tough? But Rob definitely threw some challenges my way on this one. And the one that I was least expecting was the issue of parking in the backyard. It may seem like it's a fairly big space, but as soon as you put parking in for 3 or 4 cars, you really take away a lot of what can be used for the dogs. And that is the first challenge I have to deal with. When you drive in, you only come in from the alleyway. So you need to access the backyard to let your dogs out, but you also have to be able to do a 3-point turn so you can exit the exact same way. Hence, the shape of the new dog area. The next problem that I want to address in this backyard is this long, narrow chute created by the parking. Now it links the 2 areas where the dogs are going to play, but I'm going to use this to my advantage. You see, there's an elevation change from the back of the property to the front, and if I put in a series of berms or jumps in here, I can cheat the difference. More importantly, what I'm doing here is creating a very fun space for the dogs to play. And finally, I have the back section of the garden. Now, this is the biggest part of the renovation, and I'm going to put in some very large shade sails. And once I've drawn them in the space, I can take this design to Rob and get his approval so that we can begin construction. I don't think I've ever designed a space for somebody that can't tell me how they're going to use it. And designing a backyard for dogs is a really fun project, but totally risky, because in the end, I could design something completely off the wall that they just kind of sniff at and walk away from. Now I brought the design concept for you to see, okay? I want you to understand though that this is a very basic design because I'm still playing with the layout of your space. Currently, this is your existing area for the dogs to play in, all right? You spent a lot of time building it, okay? So I'm not changing that, other than opening up one end. You seem quiet.
No, I'm just wondering what we have here. This is a bubbling rock, well, water rock feature.
Yeah.
Well, my concern about that is I don't, you know, if dogs are running in and out of there and jumping in and out of the water, it's going to cause a lot of mess and a lot of mopping up for us.
Why? You don't want to have fun with the dogs in the water?
Well, it gets dirty.
As a dog owner, I know that they get wet and then they roll around on the ground to dry off, so they get filthy. Instead, what I've designed in this space is a water feature that allows them to get a cool drink on a hot day. It requires very little maintenance, but most importantly, it has no mess. We are going to go out this way.
Okay.
All right. Now these are a series of berms.
Okay.
The reason I'm putting these in is there's a big drop between here and here. The whole property slopes backwards. This is the back area. Now it is much larger than originally we had talked, okay? Because what I did was I looked at your space and I calculated that we can get 3 cars parked here, okay?
The parking was great because it's very important to people in the morning to be able to get in and out of the facility without parking on the street because you can't park there in the morning.
These are big sales.
Okay.
I'm dealing with the shade issue in your space, okay? So it looks like they're on the ground right now, but in fact, the darker one is 12 feet high, 10 feet high, and 8 feet high. So they're quite staged elevation-wise, but no sun is gonna get through there, just ambient light.
Wow, that'll look fantastic. The shade sails in particular are going to be great in the summertime. We do get a lot of sun back there.
We're also gonna do this entire area with cedar mulch, all right?
Fantastic.
It's a great tool for dogs because ticks and fleas don't like living in it. It will break down in time, so you will have to replace it probably in about 2 to 3 years, depending on wear and tear, okay? But organically, it's the best material for us to use back here.
Sounds excellent.
Then with that, are you feeling good enough about this that we can start construction?
I think that's fantastic. Can't wait to get started.
Nice, then as long as you approve, we're gonna start work.
Excellent.
But this is kind of what we're taking over now in your backyard.
The first impressions, I was a little bit shocked. What would this be? It looks like a bit of a coffin.
Yeah, we're not going there.
With the design plans more or less in place for Rob's Doggy Daycare, it's time to go out and do some research into what dogs truly want in an outdoor space.
Jennifer, what I'm doing is I'm actually doing a makeover for a doggy daycare. Can we start here?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of tunnel do I need in this space if I'm gonna put a tunnel in?
You have to decide whether you want a permanent structure or one such as this that can be moved around. Straight is probably easier for the dog to explore and investigate. The curve, they're a little apprehensive going into them if they can't see the other side. Another thing to consider is the amount of light that's getting into the tunnel. A lighter color where the light can get through is a little bit easier for a dog to cope with.
Will Flair go through it?
Yeah, flare, go tunnel.
Then if I was thinking about it really, we probably don't want the curve because these dogs aren't gonna be familiar with that kind of thing.
Right.
Then I'm probably going to build something permanent.
Okay.
What about ramps?
Probably wouldn't do it as high as this one here.
How high is too high?
I would probably say 3 feet. Anything above 3 feet for an untrained dog would be a concern.
I was thinking about doing it in wood, okay, and I guess wood, rain, water, it's gonna be slippery.
Actually, a better thing to do is to paint it to protect the wood itself and also maybe put a sand into the paint to give it a little bit of texture.
So like a grip.
Yes.
Okay, I can do that. Because here's what I want to use the ramps for. I want to put a dog house into the yard.
Okay.
I know that sounds a bit cliche, okay, but I want to elevate it. So I want to put it, I was thinking actually about 3 feet up.
You could, what you might want to do is either put railings or somehow make the spaces so they can't fall through if they're jumping and playing up there.
Perfect, that's kind of the plan. So thanks for your help. Thank you, Sunshine. Oh, you're so cute. When I was out having fun with Jennifer and the dogs, all of the wood arrived at the site. And now the Green Force team is able to put the posts in and really start laying out the space for the fences. Now we have a clearly defined space. And with her great ideas, we can start to fill it up with things that are going to be very dog friendly. It was really important for Rob to come and see the garden at this stage because I think when he saw my original design, it was hard for him to translate a 2D image into what's really happening in his backyard. Now I want you to come and see it at this point because we're sort of now laying out the space a little bit better, okay?
First impressions, I was a little bit shocked, but other than that, I think you know, I just didn't quite see the space, how it was materializing and how it was going to come together. So I think as time goes on, I'll probably be a little more relaxed with things. I'm just a little concerned about this area here being the parking area. Are they going to be able to get out of here pretty easily?
Well, if you were to go into a parking lot and
Yeah.
measure the distance for 3 parking spots,
Okay,
it's actually 3 feet smaller than what we have here.
okay.
Okay, so I've given you a little bit extra
All right.
because I figure you have to open up the door wide to get the dog out.
Yeah.
When all of the construction is removed and everything is cleaned up in that space, he's really going to understand a little bit better that there is lots of room for cars to move around, have access to the dogs, drop them off, and yet still not cause any problems down the road for them. I want you to see this because this is going to be the chute where the dogs come from the old area to the new area.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to remove this shed.
Okay.
Okay. And take out that wall, so that'll be a gate.
Okay.
And then this is where the dogs will come in to get to the back section.
And this is where you talked about putting some grass maybe or something?
I'm putting berms. So
Berms,
basically,
okay.
you can see that there's a real slope this way,
Yeah.
but more importantly, there's a big drop from the back of the property to the front.
Yes.
So the berms let me fix this.
Okay.
So the dogs will have a jump up, and a jump up, and a
Okay.
jump up.
Excellent.
And it takes them into this area where all the good stuff is. This is where all the toys are going to be.
Now, what these poles are really quite high. Some posts that look like the CN Tower and some other items there that I wasn't quite expecting.
Fence will be about 6 feet tall.
Okay.
Because that's to code.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But these posts are for your shade sails.
Excellent.
And as you can see, other things are going in too.
Yeah, what would this be? It looks like a bit of a coffin.
Well, I actually went and talked to an expert.
Okay.
I got some really great ideas, and we are acting on that. I'm not going to get into what it actually is yet.
Okay.
But rest assured, it's going to be built well.
Surprise for me.
Yeah.
Great.
So how are you feeling about the space? Now you kind of see it.
I think the space is working well. It's twice as big. We've accommodated the parking. I think the dogs are going to love it.
Okay. So we can
Yeah.
keep going then?
Absolutely.
Because that's the
Yeah.
best answer I want to hear. And this is going to be your gate out. most
Okay,
importantly.
perfect.
Then we can start building the dog details, like my new tunnel and my other big surprise.
Green Force is helping out a prominent member of the dog community by designing and building a fantastic new outdoor playground for a local doggy daycare.
Because the soil's so sandy, we got really far along yesterday with putting the fence posts in. So today we get to finish that job, but start the actual fence construction. Once the fences go in, we can start really seeing how the space is going to be laid out from a visual perspective as far as being 3D. Then we can start building the dog details, like my new tunnel and my other big surprise. I wanted to use cedar for the dog house and the dog tunnel for specifically, it is a natural wood and it's naturally preserved, so it doesn't have any chemicals in it. So any dog that chews it or bites it isn't gonna really have any toxins. The other reason I picked cedar was because it helps to neutralize dog urine. And you know, in a space like this, those dogs are gonna be marking their territory. Now that the doghouse is done, we can start to put up the shade sails. I specifically chose these for the fine-haired dogs because, believe it or not, in the summertime, they get sunburned. Now, these shade sails are great for sun and for wind and for rain. The one thing they can't handle well is snow because the weight of the snow will stretch the fabric and it makes it very hard to keep them tight. One of the things that I knew that we had to address in this space was really how to deal with all the dog poop. And we have a fantastic concept for composting in your own backyard. Marlene, you started without me. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You're making
I'm
a
making
coop for chickens.
a pet waste composter.
Well, I got your frame done. As per your recommendations, is that kind of what you were asking
It
for?
actually is very good.
And the hole's deep enough?
Yeah, it looks great.
Basically, it requires very little elements, it has very little maintenance, and really can be done by absolutely anybody.
What it's going to do is the pet waste is going to break down in here.
Right?
Whenever we add pet waste, we're going to add mulch on top. That's going to help to make the soil.
Okay. Okay, so then what goes in the hole?
Well, we're going to start with some gravel
Yeah.
to give
Just
it
gravel?
to give it just some stability in the bottom and also add a little drainage.
Okay. All right, I'll do half in each, yeah?
Yep, half an each.
All right.
So now most people will just use straw, grass clippings and
Well, let's
leaf
put some of
cuttings.
that in.
Yep.
Okay.
And a bit of straw.
Straw?
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of making like a layered cake.
Normally, whenever you're adding the pet waste, you just want to put in enough to cover.
Very cool. Well, thank you for this. Let's go find some dog poop to
Okay.
put in. I'm very excited. Now that the composter's in, we can start to bring the plants into the garden. Now, I've specifically chosen species to handle all the dog activity. I'm working with pine and spruce, not just because they look good all year round, but because they can handle all the dog urine. Well, as you can see, we've got lots going on in this space. Now, this was the original dog run, but I'm giving it a bit of a facelift. We're filling the planters with all new shrubs and trees to really bulk them up. I've got lots of junipers in the gravel, and we've got a hole dug. Now, this is going to be my water feature for the dogs. We've also had these fantastic new gates installed. This will allow Rob to keep some of the dogs in this space or allow them into the new area. Now, this is probably my favorite part of the garden because this is the first spot that was done. Now, I've got the grass here and the little jumps and the berms going up into the backyard, but I think this is where the dogs are going to spend all those hot days. It's under the tree, and it's probably going to be the coolest spot in the entire garden. We've got lots of fences in. The dog house with the ramps is done, and I'm very excited about it. The team got the new tunnel in, which is also very cool, and all the posts for the shade sails. We also have some staining to do. The fences are done, but the new gate still has to go, and lots of plants, and finally, the dog composter. Once I put the hinges and the handles on this, it's going to be very useful for everybody here to compost all that puppy poop. Believe it or not, we are getting very close to being done. I just have to keep moving. Go ahead. Wow, Rob was hilarious. He looked like a little kid opening birthday presents walking around this garden.
Holy smokes.
Believe it or not, we are right on schedule. All of the fencing is done, the tunnel is built, the composter is ready to be filled, and the raised doghouse is up. With a few final touches, this dog paradise will be ready for Rob and the canines.
Are you going deeper or wider with that hole?
I am going deeper.
Good, because I thought it might have been a little bit shallow for the water feature.
It was.
Okay, and then this is the filter cloth for it?
Yes.
What is that?
Geotextile for the bottom,
Well, how many layers are you doing here?
2 on the bottom, then the liner, 2 on top.
Okay, and then the rock goes on.
Yes.
And that's the rock.
That's our rock.
But it doesn't have a hole in it.
No, we're gonna drill it here.
Really?
Yeah.
I've only ever ordered them pre-drilled, so that's very cool.
Yeah.
There we go. Perfect for my four-legged friends. All I have to do now is get Rob and get his approval. Now remember, this was the original space.
Yes.
So I changed it a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little. Go ahead.
Wow. Look at that. Wow, you got rid of all my old bushes.
Sorry about that. They're dead.
Looks amazing. Oh, it's the fountain. That's what that was. That's awesome.
Rob was hilarious. He looked like a little kid opening birthday presents walking around this garden. I suspect he's going to get as much fun playing in that backyard as the dogs are. This is what I was talking about, right? They
Okay.
can go right on top and
awesome.
not get wet.
Yes.
There's no water for them to splash around in
Right.
and just have a nice drink.
Perfect.
Good. Now you saw the plants. Got lots of new plants
Wow.
in the space.
Look at those.
Yeah.
Are they ever cool?
Now these are junipers and they
Okay.
can handle dog urine.
Beautiful. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. I suspect this is going to be the marking area.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, and you recycled my gate over there. And,
Well, you didn't
that
have
looks-
a gate here before.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot.
But now you do.
That looks amazing.
Go
Wow.
ahead.
Wow, look at this. Oh, man. This is awesome. Holy smokes. Carson did a great job of connecting the existing or old space to the new space. It has a bermed-in area that dogs can fly up. This is exactly what we talked about. This is amazing.
So the dogs will come from here,
Yeah.
right? Up, up, up.
Oh, man.
And I know it doesn't seem like big jumps.
Well, no,
but for
that's
some of your little
perfect.
guys, like
Yeah.
that old white one,
Yeah.
this is all
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
handle.
that's about it.
Importantly, this leads to this section, which you've been so patiently waiting to see.
Wow, look at this. I can't believe it. This looks amazing. Wow, the sails, those are amazing. I can't believe those posts when we talked about them and how great they look.
Now you see why the post had to be so big, because
Yeah.
I needed lots of height here
Wow.
to clear the doghouse.
Oh, look at the doghouse. I didn't even see that. This looks amazing.
Well, now the ramps are treated, so they're a different color because I
Yeah.
mixed sand with paint
Heck,
to give the
oh,
dogs
that's good.
more grip going up.
Yeah, excellent.
Okay.
Amazing.
You see this thing?
Holy smokes, what?
Go lift the lid.
Yeah.
So this is a dog composter.
Holy smokes, wow.
Okay,
That's
so
a big hole.
basically, yeah, it naturally decomposes the dog matter.
Right.
You never have to empty it.
So, never have to empty it.
No.
Oh, I love that. Most importantly, you put a composter in there, which will keep the dog poop put away and keep us from messing up the city's garbage dumps. Wow, wow. More things.
More things.
It just doesn't end.
Well, I met with an agility expert, okay?
Yeah.
And she gave me some ideas about what kinds of things dogs want.
Okay.
So the dog house with the ramps, that ties into
That's great.
it. This tunnel.
Amazing.
The dogs were whipping through this at her place.
Yeah.
I'm hoping your dogs are gonna do the same thing.
That's great.
So what do you think? Did we do a good job here for you?
I love the space. It looks amazing. Thanks
Thank you.
very much.
Well, you're welcome. But more importantly, we should probably get the real clients. We
Yeah.
should bring in the dogs.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Lead the way. It was absolutely amazing how excited those dogs were. I mean, they ran out the door into that new section and just started doing laps around it.
Hey, Zoe, you're never going to want to leave here, are you?
For a lot of people, myself included, these dogs are part of the family. So to have an opportunity to make a space just for them is one I didn't want to pass up. And now, with the help of the Green Force team, we've designed a backyard play area that's fun and safe and socially exciting, and most importantly, clearly appreciated. My name is Carson Arthur. Thanks for watching.
Ethel's had the best time running around. She loves the mulch, obviously. This is great.
I think that the thing that she's gonna like the most is gonna be the slide, you know, running up and down the slide, and it'll be a place where she can chase the other dogs around a little bit, and it's fantastic.
It's incredible. I'm very excited. It's a great space for the dogs and all this natural space. It's going to be the best one in the beach.